Let's talk about experience, time, effort that it takes to succeed when we are or want to become great traders. All right. Well, one of the things that irritates me the most is when I see people really try to force themselves into any particular industry, field, career, starting something. It doesn't happen overnight. Okay. We have to put in the time, the work, um, whether it be money. You just really have to prepare yourself if you are seeking out greatness. Okay, you really have to spend time, and everybody's path and time in doing so is going to be different. Okay, all right. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you want to become a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer. You want to go to college to get that 4-year degree, to get your master's, to get your doctorates. It takes time. Okay, guys. It doesn't happen overnight, and that's one of the things or flaws that people in general have, is that they believe because they have the capital that things can be turnkeyed overnight. And some things in life may be that way. But to me, I'm kind of old fashioned in a sense, because I believe in putting in the time, gaining the experience, practicing to become, near perfect. And we try to, as people, to be, but none of us are perfect. But we just, try to, with experience and practice, to allow ourselves to become great, right? Okay. So, and that goes back to trading. People think that just because they have the capital, that they're going to be able to just inject money into the market, put it in their account, and turnkey and make money overnight. That's not the way it works. Okay. So this video today, and what I want to talk about, is the amount of time that it takes to really succeed in this business. All right. Your story may be different than mine, and it may be different than the next person's. Okay. Because we all learn are at different paths, or on different scales, or in different time frames. Okay, you may have a greater edge than I do, or the next person do, that may allow you to learn a little faster. Okay, and some people just, I'd say by just probably genetics, say for instance, maybe a little bit more highly intelligent than others. But that doesn't mean that we bash or put anyone down when it comes to someone maybe being able to pick up things quicker than the next. Okay, and one thing for sure, just because one person may be more intelligent, okay, about a particular field or topic or whatever it may be, doesn't mean that the person that the next person may not be just as smart as something else. Okay, but again, trading and time, that's what we're talking about today. Okay, again, it doesn't happen overnight. All right, now we're going to talk about what does it really take in reference to time to really maybe expedite the process, and the tools that you may want to have at hand to really push you forward. Okay, so that you're not having to spend years upon years trying to gain the education or the experience needed to really succeed when it comes to trading. All right, it took me a while to get on my foot, or to gain a footing into this business, because I really educated myself in a sense with lots of tools and materials out there that is that is available on the internet. And yes, I've said this before, I didn't pay for anyone's course or class. It wasn't because I don't think that there are some programs out there, courses that are great ones, I'm sure. I just didn't spend time to allow my mind to go out there and start spending money as well, to see and cherry pick which ones may work, which ones don't work. It's hard to do that because there's so much of it out there, and no one really knows what's going to work and what's not going to work. So for me, it was all about educating through books, video content, and weeding out in between what worked and what didn't work. And that took a lot of time of going back and back testing and practicing to see what worked, tweaking it, making it work for me. Okay. But one thing, and number one, what I want to talk about is having a mentor. Okay. Someone that is great. It could be a family, a friend, or someone in the industry or business that that's a great trader themselves. And maybe you have them in pocket. I would reach out to them and really see what they can offer you as far as exposure to the markets, and helping you or educating you, showing you things that would help put you on the faster track. Okay, and having someone in your pocket like that will really open the door for you, unlock things for you. So that you're able to basically, when you sit in front of your charts, be able to read the market. You always hear me talk about market structure and price action. I mean, purely that is the holy grail to it all. I'll be honest with you, okay? Because if you don't understand market structure, you're never going to be able to trade. All right. So you have to understand that solid piece right there. Because that in itself, if you understand market structure, that means you're able to read the market. You're able to follow what's going on in the market. And once you've conquered that and mastered that, I would say that you'll be, you honestly, you're probably 80% more on your way, okay? Because then it's simply as much as developing a trading plan and a strategy that works for you to be able to trade around, okay? Now, that is something that even a mentor can help you do, is putting a solid trading plan together and even showing you some strategies that work, some strategies work better than other. I have never told anyone here on this, in this community, on this channel, to follow what I do, and I would never do so. I'm just here to share my experience, the journey I've taken, and how I trade with individuals. Not telling you that to trade like me, but I do, talk about the way I trade, and I'm looking to hopefully inspire other people and for them to take an inside peek in how I trade. But again, I'm not telling you to do so, okay? To trade like me. I always tell people, maybe you want to take what you already know, incorporate something that I'm showing, and merge it together, and maybe it will increase your win rate, increase your profitability, allow for you to become even, or help you gain a better edge in the markets. Say, for instance, I know people that do that. They are merging things together, and they're taking a little bit here, a little bit there, bring it together, and it's working beautifully for them, guys. Sorry about that. So that's the thing about having a mentor. I mean, they will help put you more so on the fast track, because you have somebody that is already experienced within the markets, and they can show you turnkey what you need to be doing and how to look at the market overall, and what strategy. They can show you different strategies that work. Surrounding different things that are going on in the market. Certain setups. Which ones are more high probability? Which ones are lower probability? Number two, I want to talk about the amount of time per day, okay, that you practice. All right. I'm sure most everyone has heard of the saying, practice makes perfect. Yes, I mean, not to say we're all going to become that we're all perfect, but it does aid in us becoming better at what we do in life, okay? And definitely so when it surrounds trading, okay? I didn't become perfect overnight. I didn't become successful overnight. It took a lot of time, effort, and practice. What does practice involve? It means spending time reading, okay? Picking up the materials that you need to understand when it comes to learning how to trade correctly, learning about the markets. There's so much involved, guys. I mean, learning the biggest component in which I talk about is who's really driving the markets. Once you understand, who's pushing and pulling the markets, the powers to be, most of us call, or the banks, institutions, whatever you want to call them, then you have a better understanding of what to really look for. It's truly when you understand market structure, because you'll be able to understand who's behind the driver's seat. Okay, I'll leave it like that. But when it comes to practicing, it's just like going to school or college, and we want to obtain a degree, in regardless of the major or field of study. We've got to put in all that time of writing papers, doing research, educating ourselves, taking tests, just prepping yourself along the way. The same thing when it comes to trading. Once you've learned, the correct way of how to read the market, all right, understanding price action, market structure, being able to understand ultimately what's going on your charts, then that's when you want to, start practicing things, all right, and spend a lot of time in, one trader may become more successful or better than the next trader, simply because they put more time in it. And I talk about this, putting the work in. You have to put the work in if you want to be successful. You think that me, someone that trades on the daily and is able to profit in the markets each day, I don't go through my charts and continuously back test, even forward test, reviewing my trades on the daily. I do it every single day. All right. We have to keep our minds active and stay fresh when it comes to looking at the markets. We have to understand, what's going on. I review my trades on a daily, every single day. All right. I go through them, I break them down, I make mental notes to myself, either on paper or making videos, basically talking to myself about the trades that I take. Okay. And that's something I recommend. So the more time that you put into practicing, all right, experiencing, even when the market's closed, say for instance, on the weekends, going in and going back into history, using data to be able to go back to take a look at whatever strategy that you're actually trying to execute on, setup wise. Take the time to see how many occurrences throughout maybe a 10-day period or 15-day period, 30-day period, whatever it may be, that strategy would work in your favor. Back test, guys, is important. Practice makes perfect, okay? And the last thing I want to talk about, probably the single most important thing, which I'm always talking about, is patience. How do you expect to profit and become successful in trading as a trader if you are not patient? Okay? It's not something that you can just go out there over the internet and buy at your local store. You have to work on the psychology, the mental, standpoint. You have to work on yourself as a person. You may not be a patient person, but you're going to have to learn to be patient if you want to succeed in this business. If you're someone that has to always be into a trade, I promise you that you're not going to last long. Okay? You have to wait for things to unfold. Execute like a lion when you see price get to a certain area. Okay? That's as simple as that. Patience is something that every person needs to really, hone in on, focus in on, whatever you want to call it, and however you do it. Because if you cannot or are not patient within these markets, okay, and with the markets, you're going to get slapped on your hand multiple times. You're going to blow your accounts. How many of you out there have possibly blown either a funded account that you have, meaning, it could be a prop firm. It could be simply as your own funds, okay, your own capital. Look, you have to heed to what you see and execute upon or on what's going on, or wait patiently for price to get back to a zone. I trade supply and demand, so it's all about me executing at a zone. All right, I'm not supporting resistance style trader, but whatever your strategy is, however you trade, patience is everything. Okay, I'm going to leave you with that. So please be patient when looking at these markets. All right, and watch them unfold. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to jump off here. Hopefully that maybe answered some questions, added some value to someone that may have questions about certain things. I know, again, that people always talk about in the Discord community about patience. So look, if you want to join our Discord, we have a great community. Simply find that link down in the description portion of this video. Invite yourself in, come over, ask questions on the general chat. On this channel, we, primarily most everyone, we're future traders. We primarily focus on the index futures, and that's the ES, the NASDAQ, the Dow, the Russell. But so if you trade those type, instruments, then come over and join us. All right. Click on the link, find it down in the description portion of the video. We have a channel on the server titled Trading Floor. That's where we as traders on a daily, when the market is open during the US session, and we post screenshots of our actual trades so that fellow members can follow along on the trades that each one of us take. And if we got questions, we can ask one another, hey, why'd you take that trade? What were you looking at? Things like that nature. Okay, simple as that. It's kind of a helping tool of each one teach one, one person being able to communicate and help one another. So the question in reference to the amount of time that it may take you versus someone else to become a profitable trader, that's something that is all going to depend upon what you put in, how much time, how much work. Do you have a mentor? Do you have someone that can show you along the way as far as the ropes? So each person's answer is going to be different. For me, it took me longer because I didn't pay for a course, a trading program. I didn't have a full-on, a mentor that could show me, sit beside me, or virtually show me the way. So I had to spend a lot more time educating my own self. Now, again, if you want to curve the edge and move at a faster pace of learning, then definitely someone that has the experience like a mentor, or possibly finding a trading course that isn't some extravagant amount of money, whatever the case is, or expensive amount of money, then that may work in your favor. I don't know, guys. Don't reach out to me and ask, is there one that you may recommend, a trading course? I know I'm probably gonna have newbies watching this channel, or first time viewers. I highly recommend, asking some of our fellow community members, in particular, about, how I trade and the strategy and how I trade, if it's worked for them, and how, if it's beneficial to them. Lots of traders have found success in really watching the videos, because I make things simplistic. I make it as elementary as possible and break things down in hopes to see other people inspired to follow their own passion. So come over to the Discord community, and ask questions. And like I just said, ask members, if they found success here within this community and also in the Discord channel, and how the videos have helped them out. We have some very uplifting stories, and people that have can provide their own testimony as to what they've learned, and how this channel, the videos I make, the content I make, has helped them in general. So if you don't believe me, just come over and ask. So I'm gonna say, I'll leave it like that. But I appreciate everyone again that is taking this path, is moving along in their journey to become a successful trader. Okay. But that's all I have for you guys on this video today. I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in, supporting the channel, and please continue to support, share as well. Share the channel, the content with other individuals that you may know that may be interested. And if you're a first-time viewer and someone that's not currently subscribed, please take the time to go ahead, click on the subscribe button down below. The key thing also, make sure to turn your post notifications on by clicking on the bell. And one thing, the most important thing, please drop a like on the video. I'll see everyone in the next one.